Buonasera! Benvenuti a tutti al Gran Premio d'Italia! Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Grand Prix of Italy in Tier 4 of MRC, the fifth and final race. Oh no, I lied. The fourth of five races this week in MRC's second round of Season 18. The Tier 4 boys and girls, cats and dogs are about to take to the fastest track in Formula 1. That is the Temple of Speed. This is Monza in the beautiful, beautiful Italy. But unlike normal Italian weather, it's looking rather British, wet, grey, and I think fantastic. But speaking of things that are fantastic, grey, and hopefully not wet, I am joined in the commentary box tonight by a man who, let's say no more, is Mr. Sir Simba. Mark, thank you for joining me. Hello, good sir.
Oh, good evening, Chris. It's definitely been a while, and what a wet, or should I say, for Simon, moist track we have tonight.
Tell you what, I'm not sure if there's a better definition for the word moist right now, other than a cooked chicken, but this will do. It is moist. Mildly moist.
Definitely is.
Yes. I do apologise for any Italians or fake Italians who are offended, upset, or laughing at my attempt of speaking in some Italian this evening. Don't worry, there's plenty more to come. If you didn't enjoy that, good, I'm going to do some more soon. We'll come back to that shortly. We are here for, as we said, round 2. We kicked off the 18th season of MRC last week in the Netherlands. And here we go, round 2, and what a track to have this feast of our eyes on. One of the best tracks in F1.
I'm not a huge fan. It's good to watch, but I'm not a fan to race. It's a little bit
really
lacking.
I'm for racing. It's fun. I don't actually tend to do I don't do very well at all at Monza actually. However, I do enjoy it. It's good fun, and yeah, like you said, real life racing is good. Very good, very nice. Or to quote Gennaro Gattuso, sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe not it. I have to adapt the word slightly there.
Yeah, definitely adaptation is required there.
Indeed. Why, actually? I've just realised I'm very sorry. I've been looking at a Red Bull this whole time. That is disgraceful behaviour. We're going to look at an Aston Martin. It's not quite so bad. It's Smoggy Ghost is going to do his first lap of this brilliant circuit. Let's get the telemetry up, let's get him on board, and I'll talk you through a lap. It is wet, so it won't be quite as fast as maybe we would expect from this track, but here we go, across the line. He's absolutely splurging that battery, still in the rain without DRS, hitting 208, 209 miles an hour, hits the brakes at 150 metres, a little bit early, but you know what, better early than late. Into the first corner, the first two corners, he keeps it nice and neat. Easy to be greedy and go deep here, keep it neat and tidy. Turn 3 is a flat out corner, Curva Grande, which literally means big corner. Completely great name there. Into the Della Raggia chicane, you brake around 100 metres in the dry, 120 in the wet. Take the first one as much curb as you can, the second one don't take too much curb, it will throw you into the gravel. Next, the Lesmo complex, Lesmos 1 and 2. Brake around 50 metres, throw it in, hug the inside curb, take as much exit curb as you dare. 50 metres again for Lesmo 2, slightly lazier right than the first one. Again, too much curb will throw into the gravel. Now, a flat out section towards the Scari chicane under the old banking, which still to this day is there. Now, Scari, a 3-part chicane, used to be a lazy long left, it's now a 3-part complex. Easy to get wrong if you're greedy on the curbs again. There's a common theme with the circuit. If you get a good exit, you will thunder down this straight here, the back stretch, as we head towards the final corner already. The parabolic curve is next. Brake it at the 100 metre board in the rain, about 70 metres in the dry. Hug the early part of the corner and let the car drift out wide for the best traction and the best straight line speed. And here we go, across the line where the track meets the old banking. 33.5 from Mr. Smoggy Ghost himself.
That's not a bad opening lap, although it's absolutely smashed by GXD.
Indeed, but you know what, at this point, with the wet conditions, it's full wet as well, as been pointed out, it's, at this point, you just want to get laps on the board, build your confidence, build your knowledge, and just build your pace, bit by bit, piece by piece. There's no point going for a pole lap right at the start of qualifying unless your name's Ben. In which case, he just turns up.
Or your name's Ant and you used to go out for the final run right at the end of qualifying.
Yeah, or that, yeah. Honestly, aliens. Absolute aliens.
Yeah, I don't get how people can do it. I have to build up.
I'm the same. I put a first lap in, which I used to always do on mediums. I now save the mediums because of how this game seems to like an extra stop. I used to always go on mediums for that reason. Everyone used to question it, and I would always go out on the medium tyre, try and pop a good a lap as I can in on the mediums, do a couple of runs, and then get on the softs and go properly all in. And then have a set of softs for the race saved, but now, irrelevant. Oh well.
Yeah, because softs aren't that good for racing anymore.
Not on this game. So there's some useless Bailey strategy info for everyone who doesn't care, doesn't want it, doesn't ask for it, or just doesn't like me.
I'll just turned up to watch.
Or if you turn up, which isn't everyone's cup of tea. So yeah, here we go. GXDM, he's just put the fastest lap of the qualifying session in, and he's going from back to back. He's actually, oh no, he's not going back to back. I do apologise. He didn't use that much battery. He was actually way down. But here we go. He's going to go again. He's currently fastest by 2 seconds. As Smoggy goes to watch. So let's see what GXDM can do. Much later on the brakes into turn 1. Takes a lot of entry curb, which in the rain, that's fairly brave. Very, very brave, in fact. Got a car ahead. Hopefully that won't distract him too much. Might even pick up a distant tow. Hopefully no turbulent air, which, as we know in this game, is real. And he's a tenth and a half up into sector 1. Very late on the brakes into the Delarogia chicane. He is the intermediates, which must be noted, by the way. Whereas almost everyone else on the grid is on the full wet. He, FireJ Rooster, and GTS Drag King are the only 3 cars to have those tyres equipped. Everyone else is on the full wet.
Interesting strategy. I think I'll keep an eye on FireJ and see how his intermediates are doing.
Oh, it's working for GXDM, and he's 4 tenths up now into Ascari. Ascari, of course, this curve, or 3 corners, one is 1 corner, is of course named after the famous racing driver Ascari, who was one of the first ever world champions in Formula 1 history. Raced along the likes of Fangio, Farina, Sterling Moss. So, a few F1 legends there, and by no means a small name. The Italians still worship him, and look at that, he's found another 10.5 sector to go half a second quicker again. I think the rain is lightening off. I mean, of course, these guys are going to be bedding in, but I think the rain's just a touch nicer than it maybe once was.
Well, FireJ looks like he's playing Monza Drift right now.
I wonder if you know how they live in Milano. Oh, I see what you mean. Out of Ascari, he was not at all stable.
No, it's been like that on a few corners, especially the Lesmos as well.
Yeah, Jacob's a good driver. He's been sim racing for a hell of a long time, as Jacob. And look at the drift in Parabolica. Wow! Jacob Jones, we are here for it. He still goes 4th, by the way. With all of that drifting, he still goes P4. That says all you need to know. Intermediates. He's just gone on a drift run and put it 4th.
If you can cope, that's the way to go.
Mind you, that said, Isaac OUFC 25, which is Oxford United Football Club, in case anyone wondering what on earth that name is. He's drifted out of Lesmo 2. He's currently in P5 in the Racing Bulls Visa Cash App car.
And he's just got disconnected.
Yep, brilliant. I was just watching his lap, and oh, that's a shame. Who can we pick on? I don't want to look at Armar Red. No offense, Steve, but you're not relevant tonight. Man, Charlie McNair. You know Armar knows I love him really. He's a good friend. He's a good guy. Man is about to start a lap in the car, sponsored by a red animal in the shape of a bull. No, he's
aborting a horrible energy drink.
No, he's gone to the pits. Another person decides just to make me look like a fool. It's probably because I am a fool. Isaac is back. Hopefully he can take control of the car. Josh Boy.
I pity the fool.
Pity the fool. Josh Boy in P12 at the moment in the beautiful, fantastic Williams. We love Williams. And if you don't love Williams, please, with all my heart, I mean this, die. Williams is the best team on the grid. I will not be told otherwise.
McLaren.
Mark, I like you. Don't make me fall out with you. On live streamed YouTube television, Williams is the best team in Formula 1. I will live and die on this hill.
I'll give it top 3.
I will accept that from you, sir. Now, the reasons for Williams being the best team in Formula 1 is longevity, success, peaks and troughs, and driver development. Name a team who has developed drivers like Williams has, developed world champions like Williams has, gone through the lows of both their family and then post-family running of the team, and the comeback and the arc of the team throughout the decades as well. Name a team that has had that same tradition. As Josh Boy puts the beautiful Williams P3, great job Josh. P32.5, keep up the good work, good sir.
Let's go have a look at Mr. Blurred Magic in that.
Funny enough,
I need sunglasses to watch him.
I just clicked on him. Now, actually, 2 seasons ago, this car was an Alfa Romeo. And what country is Alfa Romeo from, good sir Mark?
Italia.
It is! Now, it is at this moment that I... Actually, no, I'm going to save the national anthem for between the quali and the break, and the quali and the race, just in case no one's watching. But I am going to sing the national anthem of Italia for the viewers. But, yeah, so Alfa Romeo were formerly the name that is now Sauber, Steak Kick. Soon to be Audi. Alfa Romeo's had a few ins and outs in F1 over the decades. Obviously, Ferrari has been a mainstay. We've had Minardi, we've had Maserati. Lamborghini did supply engines at times in the past. You know, Italian marques have made a name for themselves in Formula 1. But obviously, at the moment, Ferrari is quite literally flying the flag by itself. And it does make me makes you a bit like, you know, as a Brit, we're quite blessed that we're just touching on Williams and McLaren, our personal favourite teams. Just 2 of the many teams based in Britain in Formula 1 is Blurred Magic Race P2 in the Sauber. Honestly, Ferrari is the passion, the epitome of the sport for them. They don't support drivers, they just support Ferrari. And it's absurd to me that they don't support a driver, they just support Ferrari. I find it baffling. I don't know about you.
It is a little bit, yeah. I suppose if you've got a favourite team, you support the team.
Oh yeah,
but
of course.
You normally have drivers as well.
Yeah. But even they have the likes of Giancarlo Fisichella and Antonio Giovinazzi, with Antonio Liuzzi, for example, just to name a few Italian drivers in my Italian accent. You know, they never really, I know none of them really quite reached the heights that maybe the Italians would love them to have done, but they were decent drivers in their own rights, and they never really got the love and the adoration of the Italian fans, the tifosi, that maybe other drivers from other countries do. I mean, as much as I'm not a fan of him, Max Verstappen is the emblem of the nation when it comes to the Netherlands, isn't he? Pierre Gasly is adored by the French.
They are absolutely mental for Verstappen in the Netherlands.
Exactly. The French absolutely adore
Pierre Gasly.
Pierre Gasly. You know, the Brits, okay, Lewis is a Marmite figure for some. Personally, I love him. Lando is quite well supported. George has got quite a lot of support, you know. And it's outside of Britain they're supported too, but it feels like the Italian drivers aren't ever really that loved, even in their own country.
No, they are certainly older than Tifosi.
Indeed. So
they just want their car to be on top, and whoever happens to be driving it is driving it.
Correct. Charles Leclerc is loved here. But the car that I'm looking at right now, Isaac O UFC, back in his car after his disconnect, which is great to see. He's driving a Racing Bull, formerly known as Minardi once upon a time. That used to be based at Faenza in northern Italy, not that far away from Imola and from Monza actually, for that matter. So this really is this and the Sauber as close as you're going to get to an Italian car, and he goes P2. He's on the Inters making good use of them. P2 for Isaac. Good job, Isaac. Right. Oh, Blurred Magic's a second up on his lap. Let's have a look where he's going to go. I know we looked at him not long ago, but look, come on, the man's flying. Very drifty
we're just going to
the
see
parabolica.
who's on it and go with it.
Yep. Yep, P2. Look at that. The times are tumbling, boys and girls, cats and dogs, ladies and gentlefolk. Whatever you identify as, we are inclusive here in MRC. The M in MRC does not stand for man, it stands for many. Many racing clubs. I'm joking, it's Monday, but well, it's not even Monday anymore, it's just M. M stands for M.
I think it's midweek or something now, isn't it?
God knows. But what I do know is Nikolai Lima, the best driver in the world, TM, has dropped it at Ascari. Unfortunately, get it going, Nikolai, go on. Keep up the rear end and try not to cook those tyres any more than you have already. There is definitely plenty of opportunity for you if you keep it in a straight line.
Lego Lancer jumps to P4 with a 3.5
Mr.
second
Lego!
improvement.
Mr. Lego! Now, some people like to play with chemistry sets. Some people like to play with scale electrics. Some people like to play with their friends. And some people like to play themselves. But Lego Lancer, also known as Morgan, he likes to play with Lego. I managed to make that just about PG. I want to know, does Lego Lancer have a McLaren Lego Technic set? That's the question I want to know.
If he doesn't, shame on him.
Indeed. But GXDM, he's a man who knows how to play with himself. He's just gone and popped it on a 28.2, 9/10 quicker than anybody else. What a splendid lap that is. Go on, good sir. Did you know, GXDM, his name is James Bailey. That surname is a curse, and yet he's currently in P1 with the said curse.
But will he keep P1, or will he have a little issue at Ascari?
Will he be a Bailey and bottleneck?
Is that where the curse comes from?
Yes. Possibly.
Isaac's about just over a second up on his lap and goes into the gravel. Oh no.
It's a good thing Isaac's surname is not Hunt, that's all I'm saying. Oh, I was really hoping you'd fall for it. I was really hoping you'd say Isaac and then the surname.
No.
I'd have to wake up a bit earlier to wake up to catch you out, and that's right. Yes.
And
so
he goes P4.
He does go P4, so 29.4 from Mr. Isaac OUFC25. Having had that disconnect, he's got himself up and running. And look at that, we're already in the qualifying. We just got to wait for those drivers to finish laps. Lego Lancer, currently P6. He's not improving in Sector 1. GXD and Smoggy have finished their laps. Fire J Roosters an unimproved lap. He's drifting through Parabolica. What can he do? He goes P4. 29.2.
Brindle's just about to hit the line as well. What's he going to get? P6.
D Brindle, P6, yep. Blurred Magic pits. Lil Louis the
on
Grill.
an improvement as well.
Lil Louis the Grill in the Ferrari. Forza Ferrari. Grazie a tutti. Grazie mille. Bellissimo. Here we go.
So that'll be a bottle knob.
No. It's a good car.
It might be a good car, but the strategy stinks.
No. It does. But here we go. He's got the Ford.
Please wait, we are
down.
checking.
Must be the water. P7. Who else is on the lap? Nikolai Lima is 9.2 seconds down. Lego Lancer stays P9. And that, I believe, ladies and gentlefolk, unless Nikolai can find 10 seconds in the final corner.
Well, he's invalidated anyway.
I know, but you know, that is qualifying, so that went quite quickly. Well then, everyone, let's go through the order, and then I will do as promised and start singing and dancing for you all. So GXDM takes the Bailey curse and shoves it right up someone and takes pole. Josh Boy, 19,000s behind. Then Swaggy Ghost, Fire J Rooster and Isaac top out the top 5. Brindle, Lil Louie, Blurred Magic, Lego Lancer and Nikolai run out the top 10. Then you have Maverick, It's Owen, Sternberg, CISPDM, BitW365, Abulaya, GTS Striking, and last but not least, due to a disconnection, is Nels. Right then, is it going to be raining in the race? Is it going to be dry? Let's check the YouTube chat and see what good news people are willing to share with us. Connor Scott says, good luck. Legolancer says, of course it's beeping raining. He's not happy about that. Carl Evans says, good evening. Solid input from Carl as always. Mandy Grantham says, we were looking at Red Bull on the stream because I was enjoying it and celebrating it. Absolutely not, Mandy. I used to like you. That has changed very quickly. Carl Eden says Williams is not that nice. I think you need to go and put your head in a bucket, Carl. Let's have a look. What else have we got in there? No news about the rain for definite. There may be more rain to come. Let's have an update, people. If anyone does have the news. Legolancer does have a Lego Technic set McLaren. Good news.
He is off the hook.
Well, you know what, Legolancer? I now want you to get top 3.
As long as it's the big McLaren, not the little one.
Oh yeah, we want a big boy. Big boys only. Now then, everyone, I do apologise, but I promised that I would do some singing. Seeing as Simon won't, and refuses, despite it being his day job, I will have to step up. Because someone has to. So, for those who are not familiar, the Italian national anthem is called Fratelli d'Italia, which loosely translates as Brothers of Italy. It actually translates as Brothers of Italy, we're going to fight, or going to war, which I think is a much more exciting national anthem than God Save Our Gracious Insert Monarch. Which, you know, as much as, you know, I'm a proud Brit and I'll sing it, it's a bit less exciting, isn't it? So
it's not the best.
No, but anywho, I digress. Fratelli d'Italia, l'Italia se testa dell'elmo del Scipio se cinta la testa dove la vittoria la poga la chioma se sciavia di Roma e Dio la creò. Right, I'm leaving it there, that's enough. That's everyone is all Simon Pratt's fault, so if anyone doesn't like that, if you're Italian or just anything and offended, Simon Pratt, aka Baby Hornet, aka SGPR, blame him for not singing when he's a baritone and paid to do it. He didn't.
The problem is we won't pay him to do it.
Why? He has to deliver first and then we'll discuss payment.
Yeah,
listen
not
here.
A Bailey payment.
Listen here, if you go to a restaurant, you get your food, you eat your food, and then you slap your money on the table and walk off. That's the general rule of thumb. Well, Simon, you know what to do. Anywho.
Speaking of Ferrari, did you see the rather confusing conversation between Hamilton and his engineer at the weekend?
Which one every weekend?
The one where he was asking about which plan they're on.
Are
we on plan B? And his engineer's replying C. Oh, no C? No B.
Yeah.
Also B. C.
It's beyond a joke. Like, you know, I know you're not a big Hamilton fan particularly, but it's one of those things where you actually feel sorry for any driver in that situation where obviously, you know, there's a language barrier or there's a communication breakdown or just a lack of understanding or appreciation for each other, whatever it may be.
There's absolutely no rapport between them two.
No, but it's frustrating to have gone from such an incredible electric partnership like Hamilton and Bono, like you have GP and Max, Lando and I forget his engineer's name. There's some really good chemistries and some of the engineers on the grid. Mick Schumacher had a great one with his engineer at Haas at one point. And yet, somehow, we've now got, okay, Lewis, Plan E. And it's not just Lewis, it's Charles as well. There is water in the seat. Must be the water.
Oh, God.
That will never end. That will never go away.
There's loads of water in here. Where's it coming from? Must be the water.
Okay, Charles, Plan E.
Or was it Miami where Lewis said to him about having a cup of coffee while they decide?
Yes, I'll take a tea break while you're at it. Yeah, he was just getting angry. And you know what? I understand him. I completely get it. He's trying to have a race
We are checking.
Yeah, it's just painful. Hey, let's get back onto the fun business. So the strategies, as you can see from the AWS graphics, 2-stop, 3-stop, 1-stop, all doable. Personally, recommend a 1-stop. If you're going to 1-stop it, medium hard, bish bash bosh, lap 11, 12, and then hard to the end. You can go lap 10 if you're feeling brave. If you're going to 2-stop it, you want to go medium hard. You want to do about 8 laps on each set of medium, and then do a nice little stint of 11 laps on the hard. If you're going to 3-stop it, you are absolutely berserk in the head, and you need your head checking.
Well, Mr. Best Driver in the world is currently on softs.
Yes, now, personally, I'll be honest with you, that is not the kind of thing I would recommend. So, you know, there's the tyre graphics for the boys and girls of the world. But, you know, anyway, I personally would recommend the medium to hard, or if you want to do the hard to medium, of course we don't know if the rain's coming, so it's a bit difficult to see, you know, with the crystal ball that we don't have.
Now, if the rain's coming quickly, that could be a genius move going on softs.
Well,
but it would have to come quickly.
The fact that one driver's done it and the rest haven't gives me the thought that
it's not a genius
move. It's not coming.
Or not in the first 5 laps. Which is about all I'd expect the softs to last.
Yeah, right, well, here we go. And GXDM, look how angled he is on the grid. He's not wanting to give anything away to his rivals. Oh, wow. Right, so Josh Boy and GXDM crashing into turn 1? Because the way they're both angled gives you that impression. We have 20 cars lined up, and now with nice green flag waving. Let's get rid of the graphics. Here we go. And as usual, the light glitches away. We have 5 lights. When will they go out? And here we go. We are underway. And look, GXDM straight away cuts right across off the line. And it looks like a quick and clean getaway across the board. And into turn 1, there we go. GXDM does keep the lead. Josh Boy P2.
There's a McLaren backwards.
There
Lego
is.
Lancer's round.
Ah, no. Lego is round. We have a Mercedes and a Red Bull side by side. We've seen this before. But look, hold on a minute. The Mercedes of Sternberg has decided he doesn't want to fight the Red Bull anymore. He wants to fight a Ferrari. He's going around the outside of the Della Roggia chicane. He's got the job done. And now he's looking at the side of an RB. He's not going to get that done there, surely. But that was a great start from Sternberg.
Tell you who is having a great start. It won't mean much because he's got a pit soon. Armar is up like 4 places.
Yeah, well. And just behind him, let's have a look as we've got cars side by side everywhere. And that's another move for Armar. We've got a Red Bull side by side now with a Ferrari. That's Man and Louis the Grill. Round the outside of Parabolica, and Louis wisely decides to brake early to give room. That's sometimes the best thing to do. Let's get rid of the tyre detail. We know the detail now. Right, and of course the highest tier drivers are pitting. This is as per the rules. Look at that, there's 2 lanes in the pit lane, they're actually using it. Sorry, I've never seen that before. Anywho, we have a yellow
Have we got a
flag.
safety car?
It's just, where's the map?
Full course caution.
I mean, VSC. Yeah, what caused the VSC?
Little Louis just got a penalty for a collision with man.
Yeah, that's not good. So, yellow, yellow, yellow everywhere. Drivers down to 1/3 pace. No overtaking, no touching, no feeling, and no diving over the curbs ahead of the next car. Abu Lai is out of the race. Somehow managed to not see that come up, but hopefully it's nothing too major. Nothing that's going to cause some conflicts in the stewards, hopefully. The question is, when is this going to go green again? Of course, the drivers who just had their first pit stop, for being higher tier drivers, have got that over and done with, and rather cheaply, here we go, green flag, and GXDM has almost got a second gap, but sadly for him, Josh Boy is going to get DRS, which just in time I think he's got it. Let's see, does he open the rearway? No, he doesn't. Let's go on board with Smoggy Ghost. Does Smoggy get the move? No, he doesn't. And nor does Brindle. These three ever close. GXD be watching these guys in the distance, hopefully trying to break free. There's a bit of a tussle going on between the Haas of Nikolai Lima and Man in the Red Bull. Let's jump on board.
We'll do that. I'm going to keep an eye on the front pack because they're very close together at the moment. Although it's Owen and Maverick are very close to Little Louis as well.
They are. So let's go have a look at. Oh, is the Aston Martin of Maverick ever so close to the back of Owen?
I think Josh Boy is going to be under massive pressure going down the main straight. Smoggy had a little look at him on the run to Ascari, but as we all know, there's not a lot of space down there for it.
No, there isn't. Obviously, look at the back of the Aston and the Mercedes there, they have the exact same problem. Nowhere to really put the car, nowhere to find anywhere to really tempt your rival into taking a different line. Here we go, fast lap from GXDM, 22.822, and here we go.
Make it go. He's
Smoggy
going
on
down
Josh
the
Boy.
left.
Here he goes, he's got the braking
Can he get it
under
stopped?
control. Yep,
No.
he has.
Ooh,
He's gone deep. Josh Boy looks at a switchback, but it looks like Smoggy's got that under control for now. Josh Boy didn't quite get the exit he needed. I imagine they're both quite low on battery after that. All the meanwhile, GXD is just extending slowly. And oh, Josh Boy with a little look at the inside into De La Rogier, and in doing so, he's gone off into the gravel and lost position to Brindle. That's a crucial mistake, and that has dropped both of them out of DRS to Smoggy, which gives him a bit of a reprieve. He now can get his head down, focus, and regain a bit of composure after that battle and chase after GXDM. Oh, got Mercedes off. It's Owen has just gone off at Lesmo 1. Now I'm just going to jump on board here with GTS Drag King. He's lining up a move for P13 on Sternberg in the Mercedes. Can he get a move done? He looks a bit far back. He's actually under more threat from Nels behind him in the Haas.
I think Man's just made a big mistake there. He's overtaken on the straight between Ascari and Parabolica.
Oh, we've got a car round. It's an Aston Martin of Maverick. Let's jump on board with Nikolai Lima. Can he retake that position?
I don't think he's got the legs. Oh, he's going for it.
Oh,
he's going to
well
run
off
deep.
track. Yeah, he's going to have to give that position back.
I think he forgot where the braking point was.
Turn 1, it's easy to get lost in the I will brake later than you at all costs race and then find yourself going over those huge bumps.
Well, I guess Man had made me eat my words there. I thought he'd made a massive mistake making the run there. Let's go have a look at Isaac, who is very close to the back of the Rooster.
Indeed, it's a lovely fight with these guys at the moment, but we're going to just cut back to the front because, oh no, yep, as you said, Friday Rooster just goes off track at Ascari, trying to chase the back of Isaac. If he can stay close like he is, he'll get the DRS, that'll bring him close again by the end of the start finish straight. As you can see from the back of the RB, Isaac's flashing away. Could be long battery, could be recharging. We're not going to show those figures to the viewers in case anyone is engineering and giving information to the drivers. But there's the rear wing on the McLaren, active, open and in action. This will allow 5J to close right up, and look, what was nearly 9 tenths is now just under just around the 3-tenth mark. As we have Nikolai Lima pitting on those soft tyres at end of lap 5. So as you said, they're not going to last. Well, there you go. He's now got to go a further 22 laps in this race to the end. You're not getting any set of tyre that lap distance in this track. No one is.
You'd think you'd be able to with how far they took him in reality, but the game is just not programmed that way.
No, it's not. Unfortunately.
It's always hard to emulate reality though, because half the time Pirelli don't know what's going to happen until the race actually happens. They'll just guess it.
Exactly.
Oh, we think this will work, so we'll bring these. And then the teams go, nope, don't want to do that.
So I'm jumping on board here with Josh Boy. He's caught right up to the back of Smoggy Ghost. Obviously these guys and Brindle all went back in a fight again. So after the slight excursions that Brindle and Josh Boy had, they've caught up to the back of Smoggy Ghost. These guys are dropping back from GXD. Let's see the Williams attack the Aston Martin. This is surely going to be a nice pass. No defence from the Aston Martin. The Williams makes a late move. He brakes quite early though, and that isn't no pass here. Oh, he's got him on the switchback. Is he? No. A little bit of a wheel bang and he's lost momentum.
Smoggin is giving it the full-blown Gandalf. You shall not pass.
Sometimes that is what's required. You have to make that car as wide as possible. You have to block off the avenue. And look at that bad run through the chicane from Smoggy. The Williams of Josh Boy having a look into the Lesmo 1. It's not a place you really want to shove a wheel unless you're going to get fully alongside. Lesmo 2, just keep it neat and tidy, get a good exit, and Smoggy has. That's allowed him a bit of breathing room, which means down into Ascari, Brindle was more likely to attack the Williams of Josh Boy than Josh Boy attacking Smoggy.
Brindle was backing off there, not to overtake.
Wise, and here we go, Josh Boy ever close to the back of the Aston. DRS detection is not until the exit of Parabolica, so you don't want to make the move weirdly down this straight ever if you can avoid it, which is counterintuitive really if you think about it. You go down a straight, you don't want to make a pass, but here we go. They're all three of them are close this time. This is surely going to be 3 cars side by side in turn 1. Here we go, there goes Josh Boy, here comes Brindle. Is he going to have a look? No, he doesn't have a look. He just keeps it neat and tidy. The Aston Martin's got off them to the curbs! And there's contact! And that looks like wing damage from the Ferrari. He's lost an end plate. He's definitely lost an end plate. Brindle will be seething. He'll be very, very angry.
He was looking very fast as well at that.
I completely understand why he'll be angry, if I'm honest. And now look who's come to play. Isaac OUFC25 has come to join the fray. He's a bit of a moment to the De La Rosier, and look at that! McLaren's off, it's Jacob. 5J Rooster off at the De La Rosier chicane. He's now under pressure from Blurred Magic.
It's definitely not a good race for the McLaren, it's a bit like reality. The McLaren just did not have the pace. Although unlike reality, we don't have a Red Bull out front.
Well,
we have the French Alpine instead.
We do, and a Williams in P2. So there is a race leader. 5 seconds is now the gap as he comes to the end of lap 8, start of lap 9. And because of the excursions and fights behind, Josh Boy has now got a 1.7 lead to Smoggy Ghost, who this time Brindle will have another go at passing him in turn 1 of a jump on board.
Well, he's definitely trying to hang it out till his pit stop.
Indeed. Oh, we've got a little fight going on with Jacob and Blurred into turn 1. No pass again. A few less moves in turn 1 than maybe I thought.
Considering it is known as the main overtaking spot on this track, I'm surprised we haven't had more.
Indeed.
Either that or we've just missed them all.
No, we've seen a few. I just don't think we're seeing too many. Although SDSBM has just taken GTA Striking, we missed that. So you're right, we are missing them. Brindle on Smoggy Ghost attempts 12, 13, I'm not sure.
Currently watching the Blood Magic Fire Jet.
Simba, is it raining?
I'm not seeing anything yet.
Look at the halo on the Ferrari.
Yep,
I can see rain.
It's definitely
I
spitting.
see rain.
It's spitting! Everybody in it's spitting!
Guys, I see rain. Must be the water. And all Smoggy Ghost and Brindle continue. Josh Boy pits. I think that is a mistake. I think him pitting there is a big mistake because he's going to have to pit again for the intermediate shortly. And surely it'd be worth hanging on.
He's going on to hards.
Oh no, I'd be going on to soft if it was going to rain. If you
Unless
had
it is literally a splatter and it's done. But time will tell.
Oh, nearly contact there between GTA Strike King in the Alpine and CISDPM in the RB into turn 1, and that's cost Drag King.
Brindle's got Smoggy. Going into Lesmo.
Hold on, GXD's gone. He's dropped it at Lesmo 1. He's just gone from the lead. Has he got a tyre issue? I think he's got tyre issues because it's lap 10. This is around the time the mediums start going too. Yeah, he's tiptoeing.
Very slow.
What our race leader has
he picked up a puncture or something?
Yeah, the rear left. The rear left has got a puncture. The rear left tyre has got a puncture. 100%.
You can see it coming off the rim.
Yeah, so the race leader, or at least he was. Look at the drift, he's in the wall!
Oh no! There goes the front wing.
He's going to have to pit. But it's nowhere near ready for the intermediates. Oh no. There's a few cars in the pits. Let's check out the tyre detail. And Smoggy's gone for the Inter. The first driver to go for the intermediate. I think it's too early. But here's a move from Steinberg on Nels into turn 1. There's a DRS pass, finally.
GXD's taking the Inters as well as a front wing.
Yeah, I think for him it's worth it. He's... Oh.
Well, he had to pit. You may as well put
the Bailey curse strikes again.
So Brindle is now leading this race with an end plate missing.
I think the more drama is to come if the rain is going to continue. I'm just looking.
So we've only got 2 drivers on Inter so far. Let's keep an eye on the gaps.
Yeah, I personally think it's too early for the Inter. They're just going to burn them out.
Neither of them are setting the sector times alike either.
No,
definitely too early.
I think it's
CL, SDS, whatever we're going to call him, Spam, he's on 9 lap softs.
Yeah, how has he done that?
Brindle's pitting.
What's Brindle going to pit for? Inters.
And a wing.
Yeah, I definitely advise the wing in his condition. There's a fight going on here. Look at this, 3 cars wide into turn 1. An Alpine, a Haas and a Mercedes. Sternberg, GTS and Drag King. And Nels has just gone straight on at turn 1. Brilliant. Josh, we're getting in on the action now. On those hard tyres, which will be nice and grippy compared to everyone else's old tyres, but ultimately he's going to he's going to have to pit for the Inters just like everyone else, so that pit stop's going to be for nothing.
There's
Although,
a few
that
of them
said,
that have pitted for fresh hards.
yeah.
Josh Boy's on 2
Got the
lap
move.
hards, Isaac's on 1
Josh
lap
Boy's
hards,
got the move done on Sternberg into Lesmo 1.
and it's Owens on 1 lap hards as well. Interesting.
How is CISDPSM on that soft tyre?
I don't know, it's on
How?
10 lap softs and it's still going. Yeah, we've just seen GXD with 10 lap hards and a puncture.
Mediums, yeah, ton of mediums.
sorry.
But still, yeah. How in God's green earth have you done that? Look here, by the way, Armo on 5J Rooster.
Although he looks very, very twitchy, does Captain Spam, whatever we're calling him.
Armo makes the move for P1.
Blood's in, Man's in.
No,
Is this where we're going to start to see more of them jumping in?
I still think it's not wet enough for really for an Inter yet.
I think some of them, though, the tyres are dying that much, they're having to pit, so what do you do? If you take another dry tyre compound, you're then committing yourself to an extra stop.
Yeah, the extra stop is really
avoidable. In 2 laps.
It's avoidable, and you need to avoid it if you can.
So I get why they're all jumping in and taking the tyres that they are taking. It's just how much are they going to reckon before the track gets wet enough, if it gets wet enough.
Indeed. At this stage in the race, pitting, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. If you pit and it then comes down with rain and you're on the dry tyres, or the other way around, you put on the Inters and it stays dry, you're crying because you're having to commit to another pit stop. If you don't pit and you get a puncture or the tyre life just goes off and you lose that much time, you hate yourself for it. But that said, if you pit and actually the tyre isn't that much quicker, which we saw in the real life race on Sunday, people were pissing and not necessarily finding any pace, then suddenly you're regretting your decision again. But here we go, Josh Boy in P5 on the back of GTS Drag King. Hey, Josh Boy, of all the people that's pitted, is now highest placed on the grid, as far as Rooster goes to the intermediate tyre. So of all the drivers in the grid, he is the highest place of those that has pitted in the last 5-6 laps. The last 4 laps, anyway. He's now up to P3. The 2 cars ahead need to pit again. At least twice, sorry. So he is the net leader. So what I did by criticising and saying that he was wrong, was wrong. Josh Boy has got it right. He stayed on the dry tyres, it's the right decision. He's got way more pace. In fact, his gap to Sternberg, Isaac, he's the next highest placed driver that he could be competing with, right now is just over 8 seconds, 8.5 seconds, and growing. And then everyone behind them is on the Inters, which right now doesn't look like the right tyre to be on. So, Josh Boy is currently having a very quiet and very successful race.
Tell you what, Brindle is absolutely drifting around this track at the moment.
Let's have a little gander at the Ferrari.
He's got some mega pace.
Yeah, and all 5J Roosters all over the shop at Ascari. Through goes Brindle. And they're chasing Blur Magic. All 3 of them are on the intermediate tyre. And yeah, look how quickly Blur Magic's pulled away while these 2 are having a little dance. Brindle with a little bit of a weave there. That is naughty. Shouldn't be doing any weaving, Mr. Brindle. And through goes Jacob, the 5J Rooster, into turn 1. Keeps it neat and tidy under braking under the slippy conditions. Difficult to do so. Well done.
I still want to know how CLSDS is on 13 laps off.
Yeah, something is... I have a theory, but I don't want to say it. Anyway, let's not talk about that for now. What we need to talk about is Josh Boy, who is closing in on the top 2. Slowly. Well, hoping to close on the top 2. He needs to make ground on the top 2. Not for any real reason, but just to build himself a gap to those behind and keep his march forwards.
Yeah, we've literally got a tale of two groups at the moment. You've got the group that have pitted for the dries and the group that have pitted for the wetter tyres. Who's going to come out on top? Because both groups seem to have a fair amount of pace.
I'm curious to see just when the crossover is actually going to come for the inters to the hard, because at the moment I'm still not seeing a justifiable reason to go onto the inters. And the worst bit is for the inter drivers is, GTS Racing nearly puts it in the wall. The worst bit for the drivers on the inters currently is that at some point their inters, whether it's wet or not, will burn out because tyres wear out. They'll have to pit again. If they go much longer, the guys that are on the hard tyres still will surely then have the option of going onto the inters to cover them off, or staying on those hards and going to the end. At which point they've got an extra pit stop potentially on these guys who they're already ahead of. It's Owen in P11. Keep an eye on him, see if he can make any moves. And then GXD, now P18, having had the disaster puncture, he's gone back to a dry tyre from the inters. He's put the medium tyre on. So I am baffled as to how. CISPPSM, by the way, it now says he's on hard tyres. He definitely said he was on the soft shortly ago.
Yes, what the fudge is that? How do you suddenly go from soft to hard? The tyres on his car are hard.
Yeah, I'm on board with him right now. There's something not right. I'm not going to say what I'm thinking, because if I speak, I'm in big trouble. Now then, Josh Boy.
We are checking.
Josh Boy is actually now losing time to the two cars ahead. It is worth
Brindle
noting.
is catching Isaac
rather
rapidly.
I think we are at the crossover.
There's yellow flags popping up all over the place as well, so I think maybe we are, like you said, on the crossover point. Especially with the amount Brindle has taken out of Isaac on this lap alone, it's about 4 seconds.
Armar's in the pits. CISDPSM, whatever tyre he's actually on, is now continuing.
Josh Boy's in. Armar's gone into his Drag King's in as well.
What is Josh Boy going to put on? Let's have a look. Of course we'll have a look. He's going into his, and it's a double stack from Williams. So, Sternberg is up to P2 in the Mercedes. He is still on that set of hards, just like, well, whatever sire it is that CISDPSM is on. I'm really not sure. And then, of course, you've got Isaac and P4. Isaac and P4 is in a very, very interesting place, because he could make it to the end of this race on this tyre. It is possible. It's unlikely, but it's possible. If he can, two of the drivers ahead of him have to pit again because they're higher tiers, and there's Sternberg, who is not making it to the end on that tyre. He is definitely in with a shout of a race win. And it's weird because obviously he's disconnected in qualifying, so obviously that was a huge disaster.
Yeah, that's definitely an interesting one. And the gap to Brindle isn't coming down as fast anymore. Well, Mr. I Can't Decide My Tyres is now in for a pit stop.
Indeed. Right.
That gap is coming down, but it's not as rapid as it once was.
Whatever tyre CI was on, he's now on an Inter. So if you see this tyre change colour, let's just make a note of that. Just calling it out as a seer.
Isaac's right up behind his teammate now. Well, I'm suspecting his teammate's probably going to disappear down the road fairly quickly. Let's have a look at GTS Drag King, who's all over the back of Josh Boy.
Indeed, just looking here, yeah, so Josh Boy in the Williams on that recovery push through, having made a second pit stop. And yep, there goes the Haas, straight on again, of Nikolai Lima. Needs to get out of the way. A bit better than that if you're being lapped by other cars, Nikolai. There's a friendly little reminder. If you're being lapped, get out of the chuffing way. Kind regards, every driver ever in the history of racing.
Well, it's true. How many times do you hear the leaders of a race coming up, they know they're coming up to lap cars and they're like, get on the radio, get them moved before it ruins the race. Especially when they're in a close battle with another driver, because the first person to arrive on the scene is the first person to get slowed down. And reality, unlike the game, they don't ghost. That's the only upside to the game. They do actually ghost, but when they're in your braking points, it's a nightmare.
Isaac pits, by the way, from P3. He's the last driver, apart from Nikolai, who we're not discussing, to be still on the dry tyres, and he is pitting for Inters. Back to the action at the front, and we have a 3-car fight in turn 1. Oh, the inside and over the track goes GTS Drag King. He's having to let them go, and that is Brindle and Josh Boy back through. Brindle and Josh Boy are looking like they have a hell of a tasty fight to the finish.
Josh Boy, having now pitted, seems to be pretty on the pace. He seems to be dropping Brindle quite a bit, which means Brindle has worn his tyres out.
I think so.
And he's currently drifting all over the track. So like you said, it was a bit too early and he's probably going to need another set. But it still hasn't registered as being wet conditions on the game yet because DRS is still active.
Yeah, oh, and Brindle's off! We just caught that at the exit of Scary. Oh. Oh, dearie me. That was a good save from Brindle. That could have been even worse. Obviously, he just took the gravel, and yeah. And oh, we got an RP now also in the gravel on the exit of Scary. That is, I believe...
Isaac.
Oh, yeah, but he's just glitched and lagged a little bit, so maybe his connection's still not quite as good as it should be. Now then, back to the front with Armar Red. He's having a nice quiet race at the front. P2, CI, SDP, SM. These two drivers are both going to have to kindly get out of the way later in this race. High tier rules for reserving. Josh Boy and GTS Drag King. There we go, DRS has now been disabled. So, Nikolai, you're 39 seconds behind P18 on the wrong tyre. If you need a reminder that this is the time to pit and that the time has passed, there it is. Pit. Do yourself a favour. Now then, let's watch GTS Drag King and Josh Boy 95 as they fight through the sky. Look how much more confidence GTS Drag King has compared to Josh Boy. In fact, does he dare? Now that DRS isn't active, you can be a bit more daring with what corners you want to go for it. You don't have to play the DRS mind games, and GTS just got a little bit greedy on the entrance to to Parabolica. As he actually had a look, he had a little cheeky look. He did get a good exit though. So here we go, pulls out the slipstream, and there we go, job done already. Into turn 1, no, he breaks early. He had the move all done and dusted, and then broke early. So Josh Boy continues in P3, what will become P1. These two have a 13-second lead to the rest of the field. As FireJ has retired, That's a full safety car. Oh, that's just
Full
complicated
safety.
it. That's just complicated it because, well, these two, I was just saying, had a comfortable, nice gap, and then I had to go on over my mouth and I've just cursed it. The Bailey curse is back, everyone. I'm very sorry. Yeah, I'll take the blame.
As you should. Commentator's curse strikes again.
Yeah. Now then, wet Monza. We've had two rain-stalled weekends in Monza in the Formula One in the last 17 years, sorry. 2008, of course, when Sebastian Vettel and the Toro Rosso picked up his first win. Toro Rosso at the time had just transitioned in the last 2 years prior to that to Minardi. A lot of the team that was actually making up the pit crew in that team there was still part of the old Minardi DNA, so it was quite a historic and emotional win for them. You also had a wet qualifying in 2015, I believe it was. Lance Stroll actually qualified on the front row of the grid in a Williams, 2015 or 2016. Lewis Hamilton got pole and Lewis Hamilton won the race. Yeah, yada yada yada, you might have heard of him. He was the GOAT and still is the GOAT. Monza's typically a dry affair, however, it does get a bit juicy when the rain does come. But whilst the rain does spice up Monza and make it exciting, is there any particular Italian Grand Prix that have caught your eye in the past, Mr. Dunson?
There's a few. It is one for throwing up unexpected results. Like obviously the Sebastian Vettel win, was it Pierre Gasly win in the COVID year?
Yes. Gasly when he won when Lewis got the pit lane infringement.
I mean, even last year, Leclerc won it out of nowhere. With a very, very old set of tyres.
Oh, he did a wonderful job.
And it's one for throwing up unexpected results. And obviously the Tifosi go mad every time a Ferrari wins here.
With good reason. With good reason. I mean, 20... Ooh, darn a minute. We got a Haas in the wall. Josh Boy, he's just come up behind a Haas. I believe it might have been Nikolai. And at Lesmo 2. And it resulted in the Haas in the wall. Which is one of those if I speak I'm in trouble kind of comments.
Ah, one of them.
And now we've got a CDI SDPSM taking out breakboards.
Oh, don't you just love it when people do that? Not. Somebody kept doing it in Tier 0 last week. I felt like killing them. But moving swiftly on.
Yeah, so a high tier driver is just taking out all the breakboards at the final corner, live on the stream. Not particularly keen on that.
No, I'm definitely not a fan. Just saying, it has been penalised for in the past.
It has.
You know, accidents happen, but when suddenly all the brake boards disappear, it looks like a little more than an accident. Let's see how long it takes this pack to bunch up and we can get the final few laps underway. Well, no choice but for it to go in at the end of the next lap. If it doesn't, well, it won't go in this lap. Little Louis is far too away from the pack. So we'll get 2 laps of absolute madness in a very moist Monza.
Moist. Oh dear.
I so hope Simon watches this back. Because we all know he loves the word moist.
Well, it's a great word. Now, most people have taken the safety car as a chance to pit. There are some exceptions. Those who on anything 6 laps or 1 I can understand, they're new tyres, but Lego Lancers on 12 lap old intermediates. I'm not sure why he hasn't pitted, because, with all due respect, sir, that's the kind of tyre life that you really would rather not have.
Yeah, seems a little crazy to me.
And I don't know about you, but the rain, obviously, it's still coming down. It's less than it was, but I don't know about you, but I would rather, especially if everyone else is on new tyres, not be in a Hamilton 2021 Abu Dhabi situation of being on a spent set of tyres with everyone around you being on fresh rubber. As Armar goes well off the track to allow cars to pass so that he's not in the way at the end of the race as a higher tier is there. That, sir, is very commendable. He's been followed by GTS Drag Kings doing the exact same thing.
Spam's done it as well.
Yeah, they have all done it. If you're off track letting people cars through, it doesn't penalise anyone. If you do it on track, it does penalise them. So very well done to those guys. That allows Josh Boy
doing it as well.
That allows Josh Boy, Isaac, Grendel, and of course now Legolancer and Sternberg as well to make up the top 5, which means going into the last few laps of the race, we're going for a treat.
Definitely should be interesting.
So the safety car is coming in. Hurrah! 2-lap shootout. Hurrah! Josh Boy on the newest tyres of anyone on the grid. Well, apart from Mitch Owen and P10. He leads us out of the Parabolica and he's got a great getaway. Look behind him though is Isaac and Brindle. Side by side. Down the main straight. We've got a few more cars behind side by side. And Brindle the inside turn 1, he's made the move, and we've got another car, Sternberg making a move, and he's going to contact with Isaac, and that's going to compromise him on his fight with Legolancer, but he's got that much more traction from those tyres that, oh look, Legolancer's he's a duck out of water here. He's been done by man now. Can he pull anything back into the chicane, the De La Roggia, turn 4 and 5, he tries, he hangs it on in there, but he just doesn't have the mechanical grip. And he's hit the gravel, and now he's hit the Alpine of GXDM, who's now got damage. Oh no, there's chaos. There is carnage in the first sector. Oh dear. Not what you wanted to see. And then we've got a Ferrari off of the back. It's Louis. Oh no. Back to the front. Brindle and Josh Boy.
Chaos. Yeah, Brindle got himself a penalty though. He went a little bit daft and tried to stick a wheel where he shouldn't and had to run off the track, unfortunately. So that's probably going to spoil his attempt at the win.
Yeah, that penalty is going to hurt him. That said, never give up. You never know what's coming. Josh Boy, you have one more lap to hold on to this position. Brindle, you need to get ahead and run for the hills.
That would be one of the maddest dashes we have ever seen. If he could get past that. Indeed.
He's going to have to find something. Let's just drop down the order and see here, because if you look at P4, 5, 6, Sternberg, Man and Smoggy Ghost are getting very, very dicey here for what could, after penalties, with Brindle and Sternberg, be a final podium place for Man if he keeps it neat and tidy on this last lap. Huge if, of course, because obviously these guys are so close together. And oh wow, look at Sternberg through Lesmo 1 so far offline that that's going to give Man a run as he drifts through Lesmo 2. And I hate to say it, but I don't think these guys now are going to be within range for Brindle in his penalty.
No, they're not. I
No,
think Brindle's going to keep P3.
I think
He'll
he
lose
will,
out to Isaac.
but he'll take the podium at the end of the day, surely. Here we go, for the final time, into the final corner comes Josh Boy. And, well, he's had a fantastic drive. He called a strategy that I thought was wrong, silly and daft. And he's proved me wrong. He takes the flag, he wins the Italian Grand Prix. Brindle across the line P2, but drops to P3, and Isaac will take P2. Across the line, Man does get... Wow, Man takes P4. Smoggy P5, 6th for Blur Magic, 7th for Maverick, as the time screen adjusts itself for penalties. 8th, GXDM, our pole sitter, having to recover after the early calamities. 9th for Lego Lancer, and 10th for Sternberg, who went through the pits. 11th for its Owen, 12th for its Lil Louis, 13th for BitW365, GTS Drag King, drops to 15th because of a penalty. Drops down to 17th actually. So 14th for Armor, 15th CI, 16th for No, 17th GPS, and 18th. And a lap down, Nikolai Lima, DNS for Fire J Rooster, and LTD Abu Laya 88. Who should drive the day today, Mr. Simba?
I'm unsure on that one at the moment. I think I'd have to give it to Man.
Man had a great drive.
Up 7 places, just missed out on the podium, kept himself clean.
Yeah,
what more can you ask for?
It's a great drive. Well, maybe the podium, the win. It's a bit harsh actually. I want to give it to Isaac. I think Isaac had a solid drive today in a really good race. I think both of them deserve a notable mention. So there we have it. The Williams on top. Oh, look, we're coming back to what I said at the start of the stream. Williams on top. And a British trio on the podium at Monza. Wow, that's a bit poetic, is it not?
Always. We love to see an English flag up there. And if they did the national anthem, it's better than hearing the Dutch one.
No comment. If I speak, I'm in trouble. I would love to be on the Monza at Monza one day, for the podium Monza. It would be a lovely thing to one day experience. But here we go. So, obviously, as we've just gone through results, we'll run through them again really quickly. If the screen allows us to, which it's not right now, which is fun. Yeah, it's not letting us look at the results, which is great. Oh, there we... Yeah, no, it didn't let us. Brilliant. Well, good thing we went through it already.
There we go.
Well, there we go. There we have it. Thank you, everyone. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow at 7 PM British time for Tier 0. That's 0 assists. That will be contested by many lovely drivers, including good Sir Mark Dennison, aka Simba, who's joining me tonight. Also at Monza for the final race of this week. And then next week, we are off to Australia, a land down under. A bit of a sore one for me. But we will look forward to seeing you tomorrow for the final race at Monza, and then next week in Australia. Have a lovely weekend, everyone. Take care, and good night.
Good night.